Bam. The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? What's up? What's happening? Minus 3.28%. So I'm guessing you're not doing that well. It picked up a lot from the bottom. We were all the way down something like 10% for the day. So we have picked up a lot. So that's a little bullish. Besides that, it looks bad. Yesterday it closed bad, today it looks bad, so it looks bad. So we're gonna talk about that. I was actually thinking, do I want to make this video today because it's bad news? People hate bad news, but then I was doing Bittorrent for so long time, so I thought, people need to know bad news. But I'm gonna give you some hopium as well, because I don't think Bittorrent is dead. The bull market is not over. This is going through correction. I'm here to tell you that it's gonna be fine, that there is no problem actually with this at all. That said, let's go see what's actually happening. Right. And inside the charts. Okay, so it looks like we are falling out of the triangle. This was some kind of triangle, small time frame triangle. Whether this triangle is correct or not, it kind of depends, but either way, you are falling out of the triangle. That cannot be a good thing, so you have to get back out there. Now, yesterday we had a very bad day. Now, 2 days ago, actually, we started to have that the bad feeling, the bad day over here, when we actually closed below this this white line, that's the 10 moving average. We closed actually just below it, and you can see that over here we closed just below the 10 moving average, and the next day we didn't manage to get back above the 10 moving average. That was very bad, that was bearish, and we knew that this was bad. And today, with Bitcoin dumped, of course, this is not gonna only dump a little bit, that's gonna dump a whole lot, because people are already, traders are already seeing this. They're already like, oh man, what am I gonna do now, you know? And then I see Bitcoin and they're like, whatever, I'm out of here, you know. And then you have this big drop. Fortunately for us, this 50 moving average on the daily chart caught the support and was managed to pull the price all the way up. That's like I don't know how many percent was this pullback. 7.7% pullback, so that's very nice. So we regained some of the pullback back, and the more I see this, understand that this isn't any kind of falling wedge. This isn't any kind of triangle. It's actually a falling wedge. Maybe it's falling wedge because this triangle is actually not that good. But it does seem that this might actually be some kind of falling wedge. It might go something like this, give or take. I don't think it's a channel, although it does look like a channel, but I think it might actually be some kind of falling wedge. That said, and this upper line should be somewhere around along lines here, something like this. So if this is the case, then we are all good. Falling wedges are falling wedges. Now I think actually this should be a little more something like this. So if this is the case, that means during this week we might actually get out. So this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe something like that, but usually it doesn't go that far. We can already go up this week, like, you know. The problem, I'm going to tell you the problems with Bittorrent, and that's the moving averages. That's the moving averages, the 10 and 20. We are below the 10 and 20. So you cannot be bullish until you're above the 10 and 20 moving average. This bullish cross that was supposed to happen never happened. The RSI is looking very nice. It's sitting down on 40-50 levels up here. So it is waiting. We are technically waiting to be bullish. But we are not quite there yet. On the weekly chart, we have reset the RSI index, the rubber band index. There's no problem on the MACD. MACD should look like this, and then it should expand once we start going up. We have come quite close to the 10 moving average, but maybe it wants to get closer. I don't know. Maybe, but as long as we don't fall below the 64 line, you cannot be bearish also. So technically, we don't look as good as some other coins. That's correct. I mean, there are coins that are already in green and pumping. There are coins that are looking like they're gonna pump tomorrow. There are coins that have very good potential, and then there's BTT that's still waiting. Now BTT, for example, I think also Wink is having the same problem. It's still going because it was late to the party, right? It pumped one of the, it was less of the pump. It had like three weeks of correction. Then it had this rise in the fourth week. It had the green candle, and now it's still pulling back. It's still waiting for this moving average, I think. So maybe if we can wait maybe to the close of the week, maybe it can go start next week. I don't think it's going to take more than a week. I don't think it's going to take more than a week. It is close, but how far can you push it down? How far can you push it down? Because right now it is getting the support on the 50 moving average on the daily. It gets it. And if this falling wedge is actually real, then it should break on the upside. Now let's see how this looks on the weekly chart. Can we get something out of the weekly out here? Some kind of pattern, because it is just too steep, and these other ones should be something like this, but then this looks more like a channel than a falling wedge. So I a little bit unsure, but on the 4-hourly chart the falling wedge looks actually quite nice. The falling wedge looks actually, it hits it a lot of times, like over here, like this thing shouldn't be disregarded, and then you have all of these hit. So it is a very nice line. However you look at it, these hits are hitting on the dollar side. This has a lot of line. This also a support up here. It's confirming that this actually might be kind of line. So this falling wedge is nice. The problem is that we are below the moving averages on the daily. The problem. But here is what might happen. Here's what might happen, because we were so close to getting out of here, so close. We are so close to getting out of here because we are riding all the moving averages, and then we drop below the moving averages, and now we are being pushed down. So what I'm thinking is going to happen, this moving average is going to start coming a little bit down, and then we're going to get above the moving averages and get out. So that's the plan. Because if these moving averages continue going down, and we cannot break the moving averages, they're going to push us below the supports. And there's no way to go below supports. There's no way to go below. I mean, we go here, we can still wick down technically. We can wick down all the way down to 0.56, but there is no need to do that. There is no need to do that. It can happen, but there is not. Right now the support is at 56. Next week it will be, what's that? 51, 57. Then next week should be around somewhere around all the way up here. 57, 63, 64, maybe something like that, 64. Next week should be around here. So next week this support line at 10 moving average should be around 0.064, right? Because it's going maybe a little bit low because it is losing the momentum, but it should be there. So let's remove these lines just quickly, just so we can see what we have actually here. Okay, now that these are removed, although we can see that we are below the 10 moving average and 20 moving average, we are still inside this wedge. That's fine. We got support on the 50, that's fine. We got support on this weekly, that's fine. We got support if we start falling down, we got support down here, so that's fine. So right now we are looking steady, not bullish but steady. And on 4-hourly we are looking also steady, since we are holding this again, we are holding the support, we are holding this the other support, right? Let me pull out the other moving averages. There above us, everything is above us, so we have only resistances above us. So if we can manage to hold this support down here, when these moving averages come for us, because these moving averages on the 4-hourly will come for us, will come for the price, will try to push us down. They will go like this. I'm going to show you. They're going to go like this. This 10 moving averages slowly start going down, and this 20 will go after it, and this 50 will start going some. So when price starts going here, this is for 8 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours, 24 hours. So within a day or so, I think maybe a day and a half, we will actually know what's actually going to happen. Because if we cannot get above the moving averages and get out, or get on the upper side of the moving averages, we don't have to get out, just upper side of these two moving averages, actually just the 10 and 20 moving average. If we cannot get out on the upper side of the 10 and 20 moving average, then what's going to happen? Because moving averages are acting as resistance or support depending on where you are, they will be pushing us down on the downside. And then something has to happen, because these moving averages are pushing us on the downside. We got support here. Something has to happen. we either have to get above the moving averages or we're gonna break it. And if we break the moving averages, we have to know that the next support is at 57. That's the 10 moving average. So that might actually hold. But best case scenario, we get on the 4 hourly above the moving averages, climb the moving averages, and get out of the falling wedge. If that's done, I think a lot of these, because if we can do that, we're gonna get above the moving averages on the daily, we're gonna get above the moving averages on the 4 hourly, we're gonna get out of the wedge. So much bullishness is gonna be there, because technically already now there is no problem for us to go higher. We are not that extended from the 10 moving average. Next week is gonna be already at 0.0064, so we can already go up, and there is no reason also why we cannot this week already go up. We are perfectly fine situated. The only thing we have to wait for right now is this moving averages, how they're gonna affect the price. So until tomorrow, we are gonna monitor the moving averages on the 4 hourly chart time frame. We're gonna see how this looks tomorrow. So stop by tomorrow and check out how the moving averages are looking at tomorrow. Because today I think everything is kind of dumping because of Bitcoin, and some things are dumping more than other things. Of course, these things happen. That said, you know, it can turn out tomorrow. So all the bad news, there's some kind of good news, so take it for what you can get it. Check out the links below, subscribe to the channel, and always bang, you know. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.